Hello and welcome to Spanish 1, Unidad 2, Lección 1, Unit 2, Lesson 1, Vocabulary PowerPoint. Our learning target for Unit 2, Lesson 1 will be, I will be able to talk about daily schedules, I will be able to ask and tell time, I will be able to say what I have and have to do, I will be able to say what I do and how often I do things, I will be able to use the verb tener and tenerte. I will be able to use expressions of frequency as well as the present tense of AR verbs. Yo tengo lo que necesito. I have what I need is our song for Unit 2, Lesson 1. This is the sheet music for our chapter song for Unit 2, Lesson 1, if you care. Please make sure you are keeping in mind your subject pronouns. These are something you are going to need to be remembering and having available in your brain on a daily basis here on out for the year. Yo is I, tú is you, informal or familiar. Él is he, ella is she, usted is you, formal. Nosotros is we. Nosotras is we, the females. Vosotros is y'all, informal or familiar. Vosotras is y'all, informal or familiar, the females. Ellos is they. Ellas is they, the females. Ustedes is y'all, formal. Also keep in mind your definite articles and indefinite articles. A definite article in English is the word the. In Spanish, that is el, la, los, or las. Your indefinite articles in English are a or an. The plural will be some. In Spanish, your indefinite articles are un, una, unos, and unas. Nota gramatical en página 88. Grammar notes on page 88. For the numbers 21, 31, and so on, use 21, 31, and so on before a masculine noun, and 21, 31, and so on before a feminine noun. The number 1 can be masculine or feminine. Hay 21 maestros en la escuela. There are 21 teachers in the school. Hay 31 personas en mi clase. There are 31 people in my class. Nota gramatical, página 90. Grammar note, page 90. Use es la una to say that it is 1 o'clock. Use son las blank for any other time. Son las 5, it is 5 o'clock. Use y plus minutes for the number of minutes after the hour up to 30. Son las 2:10, it is 2:10. Use menos plus minutes for the number of minutes before the hour. Es la una menos 20, it is 12:40. Use y or menos cuarto for a quarter of an hour and y media for half an hour. To say at what time something happens, use a la for 1 o'clock and a las for all of the other numbers because the rest are plural after 1. La clase de arte es a la una y la clase de inglés es a las 2. The verb tener is going to be one of our grammar concepts for Unit 2, Lesson 1. Page 91 gives you a very nice explanation of how this goes. Presentación de gramática. Avanza, goal. Learn how to form the verb tener. Then use this verb to say what people have and have to do and how often. Recuerdas, after-school activities. On page 32, there are quite a few different after-school activities that you can be talking about having to do. English grammar connection. Conjugating is changing the forms of a verb to indicate who is doing the action. For example, the English verb to have is conjugated as I have, you have, he, she, it has, we have, they have. Claudia has the computer. Claudia tiene una computadora. Claudia has a computer, pardon me. The verb tener. Use the verb tener to talk about what you have. Here's how to conjugate the verb tener. Tener means to have. Yo tengo, tú tienes, usted tiene, él tiene, ella tiene. Nosotros tenemos, vosotros tenéis, ustedes tienen, ellos tienen. Tenemos clase el lunes. We have class on Monday. ¿Tienes una bicicleta? Do you have a bicycle? Tener plus que plus infinitive is used to talk about what someone has to do. Tengo que estudiar. I have to study. Miguel tiene que leer un libro. Michael has to read a book. On this slide, I am providing you the entire conjugation, both in English and Spanish, for the verb tener, just in case you happen to be more visual and this makes things easier for you. Tener means to have. In the present tense, it conjugates as follows. Yo tengo, I have. Tú tienes, you have. Él tiene, he has, or it singular, masculine has. Ella tiene, she has, or it singular, feminine has. Usted tiene, you have. Nosotros tenemos, we have. Nosotras tenemos, we the females have. Vosotros tenéis, y'all have. Vosotras tenéis, y'all the females have. Ellos tienen, they have, or it plural has. Ellas tienen, they the females, or it plural feminine has. Ustedes tienen, y'all have. Nota gramatical en página 93, grammar note on page 93. The expressions of frequency siempre and nunca are usually placed before the verb. Antonio siempre toma apuntes. Antonio always takes notes. Rafael nunca llega a la clase tarde. Rafael never arrives to class late. Mucho is usually placed after the verb. Raquel estudia mucho. Raquel studies a lot. De vez en cuando, muchas veces, and todos los días are usually placed at the beginning or the end of the sentence. Todos los días, Jaime trabaja. Every day, Jamie works. Jaime trabaja todos los días. Jamie works every day. Pronunciación, el sonido che, en página 98. Pronunciation, the sound ch, on page 98. In Spanish, the ch sounds like the ch of the English word chip. Cha, mucha, che, noche, chi, chico, cho, 18, chu, churro. Muchas chicas escuchan música de Pancho Sánchez. The present tense of AR verbs on page 96 is our other grammar concept for this chapter. Avanza, goal, learn the forms of AR verbs, then practice using the verbs to say what people do. English grammar connection. A verb tense is the form of the verb that shows when an action is happening. The present tense shows that an action is happening now. The Spanish present tense verb form estudiamos can be expressed in English in 3 different ways. We study, we are studying, or we do study. We study Spanish, estudiamos español. Present tense of AR verbs. Many infinitives in Spanish end in AR. How do you form the present tense of these verbs? Here's how. In Spanish, the present tense is formed by changing the ending of the verb. To form the present tense of a regular verb that ends in AR, drop the AR and add the appropriate ending. So hablar, we take the AR off of hablar, which leaves us hablo, and you add o or as or amos or ice or an, depending on who is speaking or talking now. Hablar means to talk or to speak. Yo hablo, tú hablas, usted habla, Él habla, ella habla, nosotros hablamos, vosotros habláis, ustedes hablan, ellos hablan. Hablo inglés. I speak English. I am speaking English. I do speak English. Hablan español. Do they speak Spanish? Are they speaking Spanish? Being as the example does not provide you the English explicitly, on this slide I am providing you both the Spanish and the English for the conjugation of the verb hablar. Hablar means to talk or to speak. The present tense goes as follows. Yo hablo, I talk, I speak. Tú hablas, you talk, you speak. Él, ella habla, he, she, it talks or speaks. Usted habla, you talk, you speak. Nosotros, nosotras hablamos, we talk, we speak. Vosotros, vosotras habláis, y'all talk, y'all speak. Ellos, ellas hablan, they talk, they speak. Ustedes hablan, y'all talk, y'all speak. We will be learning the numbers 11 through 100 during this chapter as well. On page 87, where they present this to you, there is a typo in many of the books. It should be on the far right column where it's 25, 25, 26, 26. When you get down to 70, besides setenta, under that, many of the books say 70 is ochenta. It should say 80 is ochenta, right? 80 is 80. Los números 10 a 21, numbers 10 through 29. 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, 15, 16, 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20, 20, 21, 21, 22, 22, 23, 23, 24, 24, 25, 25, 26, 26, 27, 27, 28, 28, 29, 29. Los números 30 a 110, numbers 30 through 110, 30, 30, 31, 31, 32, 32, 33, 33, 34, 34, 35, 35, 36, 36, 37, 37, 38, 38, 39, 39, 40, 40. Here with 40 through 100, I'm not going to give you each one. Please know that for 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, it's going to follow this 30 pattern that you see in the left column. So 41 is 41, 42, 42, etc. 50, 50, 60, 60, 70, 70, 80, 80, 90, 90, 100, 100, 101, 101, 102, 102. We start all over at 100s through everything that we've learned up to 99, which is 99. 110, 110. Your end resumen can be found on page 105 for U2 Lesson 1. This gives you your summary of the Spanish and its English translations. ¿Qué hora es? What time is it? Es la una. It is 1 o'clock. Son las 12. Son las 2 a 12. It is 2 through 12 o'clock. So son las 3. It is 3 o'clock. Son las 4. It is 4 o'clock. Son las 5. It is 5 o'clock, etc. Until you get son las 12. It is 12 o'clock. De la mañana means in the morning, and this is with talking about a time. De la tarde means in the afternoon. Again, this is going to go with time. De la noche means at night or in the evening. Again, this is a time phrase when we're talking about time. El horario means schedule. Menos, to or before. This is used with telling time. Y cuarto, quarter past. Y media, half past. El arte, art. Las ciencias, science. El español, Spanish. La historia, history. El inglés, English. Las matemáticas, math. Contestar means to answer. In the present tense, it conjugates as follows. Yo contesto, I answer. Tú contestas, you answer. Él, ella contesta, he, she, it answers. Usted contesta, you answer. Nosotros, nosotras contestamos, we answer. Vosotros, vosotras contestáis, y'all answer. Ellos, ellas contestan, they answer or it plural answers. Ustedes contestan, y'all answer. Enseñar means to teach. The present tense is as follows. Yo enseño, I teach. Tú enseñas, you teach. Él, ella enseña, he, she, it teaches. Usted enseña, you teach. Nosotros, nosotras enseñamos, we teach. Vosotros, vosotras enseñáis, y'all teach. Ellos, ellas enseñan, they teach or it plural teaches. Ustedes enseñan, y'all teach. Llegar means to arrive. The present tense is as follows. Yo llego, I arrive. Tú llegas, you arrive. Él, ella llega, he, she, it arrives. Usted llega, you arrive. Nosotros, nosotras llegamos, we arrive. Vosotros, vosotras llegáis, y'all arrive. Ellos, ellas llegan, they arrive or it plural arrives. Ustedes llegan, y'all arrive. Necesitar means to need. The present tense is as follows. Yo necesito, I need. Tú necesitas, you need. Él, ella necesita, he, she, or it needs. Usted necesita, you need. Nosotros, nosotras necesitamos, we need. Vosotros, vosotras necesitáis, y'all need. Ellos, ellas necesitan, they or it plural needs. Ustedes necesitan, y'all need. Sacar una buena nota, to get a good grade. In the present tense is as follows. Yo saco una buena nota, I get a good grade. Tú sacas una buena nota, you get a good grade. Él, ella saca una buena nota, he, she, it gets a good grade. Usted saca una buena nota, you get a good grade. Nosotros sacamos una buena nota, we get a good grade. Vosotros sacáis una buena nota, y'all get a good grade. Ellos sacan una buena nota, they get a good grade or if plural gets a good grade. Ustedes sacan una buena nota, y'all get a good grade. Sacar una mala nota means to get a bad grade. It conjugates as follows. Yo saco una mala nota, I get a bad grade. Tú sacas una mala nota, you get a bad grade. Él, ella saca una mala nota, he, she, it gets a bad grade. Usted saca una mala nota, you get a bad grade. Nosotros sacamos una mala nota, we get a bad grade. Vosotros sacáis una mala nota, y'all get a bad grade. Ellos sacan una mala nota, they or it plural gets a bad grade. Ustedes sacan una mala nota, y'all get a bad grade. Tomar apuntes. Take notes. It conjugates in the present tense as follows. Yo tomo apuntes. I take notes. Tú tomas apuntes. You take notes. Él, ella toma apuntes. He, she, it takes notes. Usted toma apuntes. You take notes. Nosotros tomamos apuntes. We take notes. Vosotros tomáis apuntes. Y'all take notes. Ellos toman apuntes. They or it plural takes notes. Ustedes toman apuntes. Y'all take notes. Usar la computadora means to use the computer. It conjugates as follows in the present tense. Yo uso la computadora. I use the computer. Tú usas la computadora. You use the computer. Él, ella usa la computadora. He, she, it uses the computer. Usted usa la computadora. You use the computer. Nosotros usamos la computadora. We use the computer. Vosotros usáis la computadora. Y'all use the computer. Ellos usan la computadora. They or it plural uses the computer. Ustedes usan la computadora. Y'all use the computer. Difícil, difficult. El examen, exam or test. Los exámenes, exams or tests. Fácil, easy. Tarde, late. Temprano, early. Preguntar, to ask. Yo pregunto, I ask. Tú preguntas, you ask. Él, ella pregunta. He, she, you, it asks. Sorry, just he, she, or it asks. Usted pregunta, you ask. Nosotros preguntamos, we ask. Vosotros preguntáis, y'all ask. Ellos preguntan, they ask, or it plural asks. Ustedes preguntan, y'all ask. Terminar, to finish. Yo termino, I finish. Tú terminas, you finish. Él, ella termina. He, she, or it finishes. Usted termina. You finish. Nosotros terminamos. We finish. Vosotros termináis. Y'all finish. Ellos terminan. They or it plural finishes. Ustedes terminan. Y'all finish. Esperar means to wait. Yo espero, I wait. Tú esperas, you wait. Él, ella espera, he, she, it waits. Usted espera, you wait. Nosotros esperamos, we wait. Vosotros esperáis, y'all wait. Ellos esperan, they or it plural waits. Ustedes esperan, y'all wait. La medianoche, midnight. El mediodía, noon. Middle of the day. Cada, is each. A veces, sometimes. Con qué frecuencia, how often. Rara vez, rarely. Mientras, while. Otra vez, again. La asignatura, school subject. La educación física, physical education. Las ciencias sociales, social studies. La geometría, geometry. La geografía, geography. El álgebra, algebra. La lengua, language. El idioma, language. La literatura, literature. La biología, biology. La química, chemistry. La banda, band. El coro, choir. La orquesta, orchestra. La asamblea, assembly. El descanso, break. el recreo, recess, la hora de estudio, study hall. Gracias por escuchar a Unidad 2, Lección 1, el fin. Thank you for listening to Unit 2, Lesson 1, the end. Adiós.